tomorrow, major hurricane status as it approaches the island of Jamaica on Tuesday, Monday night or Tuesday. But that closest point of approach, or landfall, if you will, is not important. What is important is the impacts will be felt over the island of Jamaica for the next 2 to 3 days, even before the closest point of approach. Now, what do those impacts look like? We're going to talk about that in a second. After moving over or near Jamaica, then moving over eastern Cuba on Wednesday, and we take a sort of zoomed out look here, then moving over the southeast Bahamas or Turks and Caicos area on Wednesday, Thursday, still as a powerful hurricane. So if you're watching us here in the southeast Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, even central Bahamas, you really need to start thinking about preparing for this storm. Now, let's talk about the impacts. First, with the wind-based watches and warnings, still a tropical storm warning up for the western tip of Haiti and a hurricane watch. But what's more important here, Jamaica now under a hurricane warning, which means hurricane conditions are now expected. Indeed, based off the latest information, we feel that hurricane force winds are all but certain somewhere over the island of Jamaica. So that's what you got to be prepared for, starting to get it ready for. But really the biggest thing to talk about here is the extremely heavy rains and catastrophic flooding that will come with a storm because it's moving so slowly. This slow motion is going to really cause a problem. These bright purples here, which include Jamaica and the western tip of Haiti, 20 to 30 inches of rain. So let me say that again, 20 to 30 inches of rain. So much rain that you could almost measure it in feet instead of inches. So that kind of rain is going to cause catastrophic flooding somewhere over the island of Jamaica and potentially Haiti, ultimately extending over southeast Cuba at some point later in the forecast. Now, what does this really mean? What does this really mean? These are big numbers, but what does this mean? You're really looking at probably widespread power outages and disruption of communication for Jamaica, the inability to move around. You're talking about mudslides and flooding, impassable roads, cut off communities. Really a very, very concerning situation unfolding here in Jamaica. So if you've got friends and family, if you got someone down there on vacation, it's imperative that you get in touch with them, make sure that they are aware and tracking this situation and taking necessary precautions. We will be back tomorrow with more information, the latest information, but you can always get the most up-to-date information, including more timely information from hurricanes.gov.